Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Your voice is cracking. Hello.
Yeah,
Ah, yes.
maybe.
Now I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay. So now here you can see there is a shadow. It's casting a shadow. That means there is a thickness. I can see it very clearly. If I don't want it, I can select this layer, go to threshold. I can reduce it and wrap to underlaying layer. So suppose I don't want it to deform that much. So I can wrap it around on that layer. So it will stay there only and generate this detail very easily. You see, super easy. You see, I can increase, decrease the density. So it blends with my mouse. You can see automatically. Now I want that design. My most of the design is cut. So select this. You can see placement. Click on this. You can see tiling X Y. I have this section. I can change
What is the
this.
difference between threshold and
Okay, one second. Threshold and wrap underlaying, right? Threshold is basically
yeah?
intensity of that layer, like that, like if that layer, the
Okay,
normal intensity, and
yeah.
wrap is basically the underlaying whichever layer is there.
Okay.
Based on that, it will wrap around that surface. So I want to wrap around that surface only because for me, I'm creating a flat texture, right? I'm not creating a deformed texture.
Yeah.
So I'm creating a flat wall and I'll cut pieces and place texture, place it. So I can do this and let's see. So you can see I can now can see the design. So if I want, I can tile it nicely. And if I want to only XY offset, I can do that as well. And you can see it's not creating any seam anywhere. If I tile it, still there is no seam after tiling or before tiling also. And let's just make it a little stronger. Now it's better, right? You can see it very clearly.
Yeah.
This is just an example texture. Not necessarily you will use this. You can use some other texture here also in place of this. So this is my base. Then one design. Then I have like few more design pattern space. So let's go and use something else as well. So let's see. I want to use something like this, like blocky. I just drag, drop. So still you can see nothing happened. Yes, now you can see it wrapped around the entire surface. So what I have to do is underlaying the base. It should combine with the base, or like I can find it like sweet spot threshold. I can increase or decrease. So let's keep it threshold like this only, little rough on the edges. So few areas are green and mossy, and all the cavities you can see those mossy texture you can see. Right click again, add a ID mask, and let me check. This sky bluish color is basically bright cyan is this surface. See, I can very easily fix it. This base actually I can fix this thing base. So like this, I can generate my entire texture super easily and quickly. And this styling, three, three. You see, 3 by 3 base, everything is wrapped around. Radius, I can increase, decrease. Like if I want to blend it nicely or not, preserve detail, or I don't want to preserve detail. I can have this opacity, increase, decrease, underlying layer blur. So I can, like, underlying layer will be blurred, so I can see the detail nicely of this surface. Similarly, if I blur it, I can see this texture much easier, much cleaner, right? And one more thing
Yeah.
here, you can see this color, this color, this color, these three colors are entirely different. So I want to blend this color. So I can select this design first. You can see next to the map, like this is the download texture. You can see I have all these map here. So I just simply select this color and pick something from the base. Something similar, maybe little greenish. See, it blends nicely now. Apply and done. Now go to this tile, click. So this is more close to this texture because color theme should be similar, right? It cannot be like so like super different. Yes, until unless there is a separate tiling, separate stone or rock or design, you can definitely have different color. So if it's like similar tone, it makes things looks much better. So you can see I have this entire section. Now if I want, I can, you can see threshold, I can increase it, reduce it. If I increase it, it gives me really clean and crisp tiling. And the styling also I can select, and if I want to offset, I can definitely do it. So here I can see my offset is slightly uneven. So tiling, what I can do, I can tiling increase and yeah, see, I blended 1, 2, 3. So I made it. So that sweet spot you have to find and make, like arrange it. And it's tiling, perfectly tileable map. So if you tile it limitlessly, no seam will occur ever. Now I want one more pattern. Suppose let's see, I want this one.
Hello,
Yes, tell me.
hello.
Hello, hello.
I can see your screen. Yeah,
Oh, you
screen.
can't see,
Your screen is not. Yeah,
but I am sharing my screen. Okay, just give me. I
yeah.
will share.
Now I can. Yeah,
Now you can see the screen.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, now like I'm sharing, so no, don't worry, like anyways I'll send the recordings. In that you will get those. If you miss anything, you can always go back to
Okay,
those recordings and check it. So now suppose I
okay.
want some other section, you just have to click on that, it will generate there automatically, see. And now if I want to create this thing, blend something, same again, same effect, id, and now I have this blue, bright blue, see, bright blue color. If I want to use some other color, I can use both the colors together as well. And select this color. I'll match it with this slightly greenish, dark, slightly. Yeah, this is much better. Slightly this color. Wrap around on the surface. Blur base. I don't want the base radius. I can increase or decrease. Like blending. Radius is basically blending radius. Threshold, I can make it full solid, or I can, if I want, I can blend it with the base. So it will give me nice uneven surface. And no need to worry of this depression. This won't, because we're not going to use any displacement. Let's see in this base, displacement. If I want, I can remove it. So there is no displacement. Go back. So I can simply remove my displacement from here. Remove. So see, it became perfectly flat, right? So because we are not going to use displacement map in games, so that map anyways we're not going to use, so it won't generate that deformation. So like this, I can generate this surface, and let's go to library one more time, and I have used this texture, and it will generate. You can see this styling. I have used it. Right click, ID, and let me use these two dark color. We can use this thing and select this, blur underlaying, radius, let's keep it not to blend. Let's wrap with the base and make my texture perfectly visible. But now you can see the color doesn't match at all, right? So what I'll do, click on this color one more time and pick this color, or maybe this color, or maybe this color, whichever color you want, you just pick it, and it will automatically make it similar tone. Now you got the color. Now I can connect with the tiling. So 5, 7. See, it matches perfectly. I can create this. So now suppose I want to remove something, like suppose I don't like this. You just simply select this, delete it. Go to local and let's search for something else. Suppose like this is like bizarre, you can see it's a rust. Suppose I want something rust or something else, I can use that as well. Or maybe some this is wooden, or maybe this rough this thing. Select this and drag drop. Right click, ID mask, and this section was blue, bright blue, bright blue, and this magenta. So selected this area, and let's wrap around the surface, radius make full. I want I can blend it nicely. So I can have some variation here. It's totally up to me, the way I want. And after this, suppose I want still you can see this looks little different. This looks little different. This looks little different. So what I'll do, overall, I'll apply one more texture and reduce the threshold. Radius you can increase or decrease. Base I can wrap or leave it and wrap it, wrap. Underlaying I can make it blur or make it really sharp and crisp too. So you can see it basically kind of working as an overlay, like what we do in Photoshop. Overlay this texture and create blend them together. Exact same thing it's doing. And this texture, I think this design, still I'm not very happy about. So I'll select this. Maybe I'll make it style 9. 9 is better. Let's see, offset. It's loading. It's not better. So I can create something like this super easily. And suppose I want this rocky surface and texture something. So I can always go back. Let's go to online. I have, let's see, should have some floor. Check floor. Yes, see, I have floor. Marble stone. I want stone floor so that I can use that as my base or something for tiling. So let's see. You can see this kind of rocky surface, or maybe this. Let's do something bit generic, like maybe something like this or like this. This looks nice. So I'll select this. It will ask for download. Click on download. It will download quickly. Done. Now it's already done. Drag, drop. Okay. You can see. I can see the entire tile. If I want to replace my base, I just simply put it under over that, and then if I want to blend, these so that you can see those tiles. You can create, see, rocky surface, rocky surface, rocky surface, and based on this I can modify my design. This one is not visible, so I have to adjust this. Now it's visible. Now select this one also. Visible. This section. If I want to make it visible, I can get it to it, or I can blend with this also. So you can see, if you zoom in, you can see you have leaves, you have branches, and everything, and it's like super detailed. This is like all generated with the help of this, and this is like a lot of techniques, a lot of things I have used only id map here. You can see I have add mask stack. If I use this, it will open a new window where we have masking stack. I can use curvature, so it will blend according to the curvature. The threshold, see, according to the curvature, it will blend and generate everything. This is like super duper easy. You can see zoom, you can see each and everything. Now, once you are done with this, you're happy with this thing, you just simply have to export this. So for exporting, go to export, and you can see I have already selected that temple folder, and size you can set from here up to 8K can export. Select this and click on quick export. Export all the maps. Exporting. Yeah, done. So it's done. Now I can just simply save it as new trim sheet. Done. Close it. If this is not required anymore, Maya, I can go here. This base is not required. This one I can apply here. New material or already existing some material. Let's apply that. Let's apply a texture. Trim sheets. So you can see trim sheet number 3. So it already exported albedo, diffuse, both are same. You can delete any one of them, this one or this one. AO map you have displacement map, normal map, roughness map, and specular map as well, which is not required. So you have any, you have all the maps required. Apply. diffuse, it load, and it's randomly showing everything because UV is not based on this texture. Normal, apply, normal. So now you can see everything super clean. Now, now I have created the texture. Now, based on my requirement, I have to fit everything. So let's do that. So let's start with this platform first. Select the entire section, UV, and okay, cannot move it. There's select few areas not broken. I think. There's okay, there's all these sections here. I have to cut it. Okay. File. UV. Still something is connected. Anyways, I can just select that face, make it a planet. And see like this. Looks fine. UV, or maybe I can apply in the automatic. By automatic, it works beautifully. So everything is perfectly unwrapped and rotate. And now this biggest part you can see, my biggest area, I can place it here and place it till this end to reduce it too much. Still have to reduce. Okay. So you can see it looks quite nice, generic, and you can see zoom in. It's super high detailed texture. See, really high quality texture, high detailed maps, and gives you very good quality out. Like this, we can generate. If I want, like suppose I want more density or more detail, I can add a cut here and flip it and create this entire design. I can do that as well. Or now to fix this, I have to make this thing a quad, or I can use if I well, convert this into a quad, it will be very easy for me to balance it. Enter. Now, not required. So you can see based on my UV, I am modifying my mesh. Now, this base part, Select this section. I can apply automatic on this. Bring it here. My entire thing is filled very nicely. Unfold it perfectly unfolded. You can see base. I can add some design also and make it super clean. Or if I want to add some dirt on the base, I can do it also. And if I want to like increase the scale, makes my life super easy and create this entire text. Similarly, let's select this section also. Similarly, I can bring it here, view, share, delete, manage the size, and just to have more like variation, I can place it like this. So both the side looks completely. Like you see, they look kind of similar. So what I'll do is move it, get rid of the same patch from here. Now looks entirely different. Like this, you can generate this thing super easily. It's so clean. Now this entire center part, simply select this button. Already there. And I want to add something. So when we have something like this, we try to avoid taking this thing, but if required, we can definitely do it. If I straighten this, apply some design. You see, I can add some design pattern or something here and create this entire super easily. And now I have this all this in between part. So here also, this section, let's cut this UV from here. UV shell, entire UV shell. It's here, rotated UV. So here I have pretty decent space. So that's why I was planning like because this is like one short, quite a long space. So I need to have at least something which is proportionately equal, or I need to cut it and create a half texture, then overlap it. Otherwise, it will become super difficult to manage. You can see everything blends. In between, we have a cut. This entire section, you can see shell, move it. Makes your life way easier and creates super high quality texture. So this is how we can use trim sheet. So this is what I'm showing now. This is something you can use and create your portfolio, right? You can use
Yeah.
trim sheet. You can showcase your trim sheet and see show. Okay, this is I know how to use trim sheet. I have like a very good idea because trim sheet needs a lot of UV work and which is like very important for gaming. UV is should be highly optimized, less amount of texture, and more detail. So how to do that? If you understand that, it will become very difficult. Tough point for you. So because there's a lot of manual labor involved in there in UVs, so it makes it gives you extra brownie points. And suppose now you want to like make sure everything is correct scale. That is also if you want you can do it. You can what you can do like select everything, go to UV unfold, and unfold legacy. You can see there's an option rescale. You can rescale it. So based on this, or you can use unfold 3D also. Legacy. None. Yeah. I just rescaled everything. I just rescale and you can see super tile. So all the UVs are now same size. Okay. Okay. Hold and okay. I can move it, align it nicely. So now all the UVs are exact same size proportionate. So I can straighten everything, plan everything, and then do this thing. It will make my life super easy. I'm aligning with this so that I get this thickness also exactly the same place and tiling. I'll make sure this doesn't look same. Like you can see there's a big square and this small square, it's not there. So I have to make sure it's not visible from any one any given point of time. So like this, I can generate this thing super easily. UV, shell, you can see, and here I can see this thing. So here problem is to move this one up, maybe one more. So here I can see base is fine from bottom. It's starting. It's perfectly fine. But top side I can see there is slightly overlapping with the design. It's not aligning. If I squeeze it slightly, it will fit perfectly. But that will bring a change in UV resolution. In that case, what I'll do, edge, entire edge by select and connect. Enter. Now I have center one cut. So if I want, I can cut it or I can select this part vertically, flip it and place it. So it will perfectly align. You see, there is no seam at all, but it's creating butterfly. That is something we can control in Unreal. We'll place some debris, some dirt, or some vertex paint, or maybe some decal map on this and
Okay.
fix it. So resolution wise, it's perfectly same. I haven't modified resolution, and I have like modified this texture also. So place this like wherever I want, like this will align everything and make sure everything works perfectly, and because less number of textures and high quality detail, that is what is required.
Okay.
You see, like this I can generate like tons of text, like only 2 3 texture I can create and apply it everywhere and generate all the details required. And if I want, like suppose this surface, if I want only this surface, I can apply my blend, I guess, 2 or blend 1, I guess. Yeah, plane 1. So I can select this, apply plane 1, and based on my tiling, I can modify each and every section. So here, let's let me
Oh,
shell it, just everything and move it. Now I have this thing. You can see automatically I select that form, it will show me that texture only. It won't show me anything extra. So I select this. If I want to break it, I can cut and place it back, cut, cut, place it back, cut, place it back. So now you can see I have same texture repeating again and again, and this part is anyways under my drop, so not visible. But I can like this also. I can blend in. You can see this blends really nice. These two texture, and if I want to create some modification, like alignment wise, shall move it, then slightly move it, and move it like this. Nothing is aligned. You can see it's uneven. It's not even out. If you zoom in, until and unless you go really close, you hardly make out there is a seam. That is also we can kind of, you can see everything blends in. That is also kind of we can blend if we align it nicely, like some edge or some border, like wherever I have some division, like some edge, some border, or maybe something, and or maybe I can cover it up with a border like this. Add a border to this, it will cover it up, or I can add some border like this. So this much only will work. Some border, it's super clean now. Now I can see my data like this. You can see now like because there is a change, so there will be a seam. So it's like perfectly okay. And you can see this normals and everything is so detailed, it's really nice detail, nicely, super clean. And one thing I can see